I'm Grace.
So let's get started.
I'm a recipe blogger, family-taught home chef,
Cheers.
Cheers.
iPhone-only photographer, and proud New Englander. Loaded with sweet corn, smoky bacon, and diced potatoes in a creamy but not too thick broth.
Any good chowder starts with bacon, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. I'm slicing up some applewood smoked bacon, which is my favorite type of bacon, and we're going to cook this in a pot until it's nice and crispy, and that will be the base to our corn chowder. Cook, baby, cook. While your bacon is going, you want to make sure that you've prepped and diced all your veggies, from your peppers to your celery to your onion, garlic, and then especially your potatoes. You want to do those last minute. Peel them and cube them up. I'm getting the final little bacon bits out of my pan here. Not really much left. So now I'm just going to drain my pan. I'm going to drain all that fat, all the liquid off, but I'm going to leave those little tiny bacon bits at the bottom of my pan, right in my pan. That's gonna flavor our soup. So it's time to assemble this soup. I already did all the dicing and the prepping. We took our bacon out, we took the pan grease out, all the drippings are still in there, and now we're going to add even more deliciousness, AKA butter. I mean, we're making chowder. Chowder has cream, chowder has butter. It's perfect. So we're gonna add that butter in. It's melting right now. It's over about medium heat, and I'm going to add in some minced garlic and some yellow onion that I just diced up. Add that all in there, and I'm just going to saute this for just a few minutes, maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, just to kind of get the rawness out of the onion. All those bacon drippings infusing into our onions and garlic. And now I'm going to add in my diced potatoes. These are just russet potatoes that I peeled. Add those in there. If you don't like potatoes, you don't need to add them in there. I'm going to add in some chicken broth here. I like to use low sodium chicken broth, but you can use whatever you like. I have some dried thyme. You can also use fresh thyme or oregano if you don't have thyme on hand. I'm gonna add that right in. This is going to just add a nice fragrance to our soup. And then more fragrance. I have a bay leaf. This is kind of a destroyed bay leaf, so I might use 2. But this is just that classic, almost soup taste. Lots of soups have bay leaves in them. I'm gonna stir everything together. Tap my spoon off, add our lid to our pot on, and we're going to let this go on just a gentle boil, light simmer for about 15 minutes just to cook off our potatoes. Ding, ding, ding. The timer went off. Look at what the soup has been doing. I'm telling you, if you could smell this, you would be drooling too. So it's time to add the rest of our ingredients. It starts off with our corn. I have some fresh corn here that I took right off the cob. You can also use frozen corn if it's not in season, you can't find fresh corn. And then I have some celery. This is just going to add a little bit of crunch. And then I have some peppers, adding a nice little pop of red in there. And this is all gonna cook down. It looks like a lot of veggies, but it's really gonna cook down. Our bacon, we're gonna pop that back in, the most important ingredient. And then, of course, our cream. And this is going to make our chowder a chowder. I'm gonna pour that all in. I'm gonna give this a nice big stir together. The final ingredient to add is just a pinch of salt and then some black pepper. I like a lot, but I'm not going to bore you. I'll do this later. Give it a final stir, and we're going to put our pot top back on, and we're going to let this simmer for another 20 minutes. Just a low simmer, nothing crazy. The one thing that I learned about eating soup, especially chowder, is that it really holds in its heat. And last time I had a 3rd-degree burn on my tongue. I'm exaggerating, but it was really bad. So I'm gonna blow on it for a while. Big soup bite. The smokiness of the bacon, sweet of the corn. It's creamy, but not too creamy. Talk about a way to start the fall. Check this out on tastefullygrace.com. You won't regret it. Bacon, begging for bacon. Oh, hello.